This is Gerard, aka editor-in-chief of Filipino Soul Magazine, on the PBG's Productions. Stand for soldiers, got intentions to believe that. Because everyone should be soldiering for something, a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought, something. And I didn't do my moment of Zen with you in the pool today because there was a family in there. I go pretty early. I go like about 8:30 in the morning. I know you guys are having all that snow in New York, so I definitely wanted to show you he's stuck in, but be that as it may, I decided to let the family. I just did my little running thing. Of course, I need to do more cardio, with what I want to do. You know, it's snowing in New York. Let me close this curtain behind me because the sun's coming through there. It's all about the lighting. So let me take it out. Okay. That might be a little bit better. Or let me see how it looks because it may have made things worse. Oh no, that's better. Okay, when I was in New York and each winter when it snowed, when I got up in the morning, not only did I dig my car out, my partner's car out, I dug out the two old ladies who lived next to me out, and I dug the guy who a couple of doors away who was out. So it was nothing wrong, or I enjoy helping people, even something as simple as shoveling snow. Matter of fact, even when I was in New York, you saw me post a video of raking leaves or doing something. I have no problem doing that. I have no problem helping people. And if I can do something that would make their life better, easier, or set them on a path, to do for themselves, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm the prince of Wannabes. Why wouldn't I want to do that? Here in the Philippines, there's a lot of people who don't have. I myself have experienced not having food and being broke, and here in the Philippines, my stuff don't stop. Around the world, I'm still going to be me, which means that I am prone to overspend and under budget, or over budget, So, but I tend to help people, and oftentimes Diamond may get upset at me because it's like, no, why, why are you giving that? Why? Because because I genuinely want to make a difference in their lives. I mean, 1,000 pesos here can go a long way, man. I mean, it's only $20. I mean, I used to burn $20 like that when I was moving too fast. It wasn't a problem burning up $20, and it took a long time for me to finally get over the fact. Well, whenever I spend money, or when I wanted to buy something, I said, well, this is $40. Well, shit, if I can spend $40 on this to move too fast, then $40 hit doesn't mean nothing. It took a long time for me to get out of that mindset. It's just like when I got out of prison after about 15 years of moving too fast, if I was to ask someone for my brother or my mother or someone like this for $20, they made sure not to give me $20. They would give me 18 or give me 17. I mean, just to still keep me on the grind. They used to be craziest thing. And even now, people giving me money, they have the mindset because we are comfortable knowing you as who you were. We are comfortable remembering you as you were. We don't want to change our opinion of you because we're not comfortable of that opinion of you doing good. Because if you're doing good, then that shatters the the past and the illusion that we want to hang on to, because it's much more comfortable us thinking of you as an out of control addict. We, when I went to visit my aunt, before I came to the Philippines, I went to see her, and whenever I go to see someone, first thing I do is I put maybe $50 in the household, or put money in the household. Even here, when they come to visit, I make sure they leave with money. Because I know that they don't see here in the Philippines. They don't have expendable cash. I'll say it again. They don't have expendable cash. So you have to take that into consideration whenever you think about venturing into a business that requires an individual to have expendable cash. My aunt, when I visited her, when I got there, she was complaining. Now, my aunt been there a long time. I mean, my brother and I lived with her when we were young, when our family was in turmoil and broken up. So I always call her and say hello to her. For a long time, she would never say, when I finish talking to you, what am I going to say? I love you. Yeah. And it took a long time for her. She, I love you. She wouldn't say it. She'd say, okay, bye. This year, I love you. I love it. And then finally, she says, I love you. It reminds me the story of a prisoner who was in jail. And every morning when the CO would walk by, he would say, good morning to the CO. And the CO never replied. The CO just kept going. The jailer, the turnkey, just kept walking. And it may have been 1 year or 2 years or however long it was, and he said good morning, and finally he said good morning back to him. See, he was personally elated that, the guard finally said hello to him back. And the same thing with my aunt. See, now my aunt has no problem, says I love you too. You see. Sometimes it's conditioning, like Pablo's dog. Yeah, and those of you who know Pablo's dog, Pablo was a psychologist, I think, or something like this, and it was reconditioning the behavior of someone, of the dog. Used to be, the dog, every time the door opened or whatever it is, he would ring a bell, and whenever he rung the bell, then the dog would salivate, because the dog knew that in salivating, and when he hit the bell, he was going to get fed. Somehow or another, he reconditioned the dog that when the bell rang, it no longer meant that he was going to get fed. Maybe he might have got walked or something like this. He stopped salivating because he reconditioned the dog to not associate the bell with getting food. And sometimes that's how we have to deal with one another. Saying good morning to someone who doesn't say good morning back should never stop you from saying good morning the next time you see them. So, anyway, getting back to helping people. Here in the Philippines, like I said, 1,000 pesos goes a long way. I don't mind, blessing someone with 500. I don't mind, because you see, you can give someone $1, $2 in New York, and all fine. You can give somebody $20 in New York, and okay, you know what they're gonna do? Go get them the next fix. Go get them a bottle. Go get them like that. $20. That's what $20. $20 may last from one end of the block to the next. But $20 here, 1,000 pesos. That may change the whole dynamic of a family for an entire week. And when I have it, I give. It's one of the things that my brother and my daughter hold against me. Even Diamond holds against me. Why you give so much to this? Why you give so much to that? Why you give it? Don't go because it costs. I said, wait a minute. This is my money. I spend it as I want to spend it. I give it to whoever it is I want to give it to. And if it means I give to the point that you and I might have to bite the bullet, well, so be it. We bite the bullet. But in the meantime, I have changed the conditions of someone's life. I have changed the condition in someone's heart. And that's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy giving. I don't like giving to huge organizations. I'd rather provide my service if I can. Be a volunteer. Because you never know. There's been a couple of organizations like CARE and some of the other huge organizations for many years to come to find out that the CEOs were just having a grand old time. Something about 10% of all donations actually went to the children or to people who they claimed to help, while the majority went to the operational expense and salaries. So that always stuck in my head. But here, or an individual who I can help, then please don't be mad at me because I want to help them. I went to have my hat done and all this stuff like this and whatever. So I expect Diamond to be my interpreter more than anything else. When I ask you to ask them someone, I'm not asking you to answer their answer because that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you to ask them. And if you ask them and they give you the answer, I expect you to tell me the answer. So like we went to the store and I had my hat done and it was a nice job. So I asked them, do you take tips? And so she said, do you take tips? I said, Diamond, ask them if they take tips. And Diamond said, I forgot what she said or whatever. And I said, Diamond, I'm just asking you to ask them if they take money in appreciation for the work that they do. And then finally the girl said, yes! So I whipped out 500 pesos and I gave it to her. Thank you. And Diamond said, why you give them 500 pesos? Why? Because I don't want to be arguing with you. If you'd answer the question, do they take tips? Then I would say, Diamond, how much you think I should give them? And she probably could say 200 or 300, whatever. But because we are going back and forth with you simply asking them the question, and the girl probably said, yes, we take tips. Yes, we take tips. So when I gave, there was like 3 of them. So when I gave 500, they were like, yay! One of those type of things. And Diamond was like, why you giving so much? I said, why I gave him so much? I said, because you couldn't ask them the question that I was asking you to answer them. I said, whenever I ask you to ask someone something, I'm not asking you to answer it for them. I'm asking you to ask them and let the answer that they give you tell me. That's all. There's no ad-lib. There's no guesswork. There's nothing involved. That's simply how it is. So anyway, I enjoy helping people. I enjoy giving to people. I enjoy seeing that smile on their face, whenever I, do. I see something. Okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this while we still got time. We are waiting to go to the, we are waiting to go to the fashion show, the beauty contest that I helped sponsor by Marisol. Marisol is on the cover of SGIB, Filipino Soul magazine. So if you happen to go to if you see the cover, you'll see her. She's on the Filipino side. I figured since I can't show you myself in the pool, and I know you guys got all that snow, I think at least I can show you a little bit of what it's like here in the Philippines. So this is today's weather. You can kind of see there was a big fire over there. I don't know what it was. Turned out to be one of the malls. But let me just kind of give you an idea. I guess you might say my moment of Zen. you see this building here that's all white. There was one guy who painted it. You can still see it behind me, and I took pictures of him painting it. And eventually, I was fortunate enough. That's why I say God is good. I took it for him finally painting the last brushstroke to the building, and I kind of say, "Woo!" He looked up. I went like this, and he went like this because that was his moment of Zen. Because he had finished doing the building, and that was a beautiful thing. Because it was amazing how one man painted that whole building white and everything, and it was. It was kind of cool that I was able to catch him when he finally finished doing the building. Okay, so I'm going to end it right here. I think I kind of said everything. Oh, I want to mention to you about the GoFundMe page. I plan to hook that up. Also, last night we picked up another 100 copies of the magazine, and I had the graphic designer, the printer, put the magazine on a flash drive for me, so this way I'm able to email the entire magazine to whoever wants one. The interesting thing is that when you watch it or you look at the magazine, you have to rotate it because it's back like this, so you got to read the magazine like page here, page here, page here, page here, and it makes it it makes it a little bit different. I was also told that maybe I should try to look about putting the magazine on Amazon or some of these other magazine companies that sell magazines. Maybe I might have good fortunes in doing that. But be that as it may, I'm going to start a GoFundMe page, and hopefully we'll see what happens. Maybe people who remember me as I used to be will feel comfortable in sharing with me on how I am today. Giving to me as how I am today and not how they remember me from the past. Okay, so anyway, this is Gerard, editor-in-chief of Filipino Soul Magazine, aka SGIB, the stand for Soldiers Got Intentions to Believe That. And remember, everyone should be soldiering for something, a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought, something. And owner of PBG's Productions, stand for Photos by Gerard, the best in freelance photos. Last night we went out, and this woman and a child, they're always selling something, whatever. Usually I give them candy, but she had this. She had a bonsai plant, and I said, "Wow." I said, "Ask how much she wants for that." You see, again, it's a matter of helping. I want to. Not only did she have something I want, but I wanted to get it, and so I know that would help her. Because walking down the street, people selling bonsai plants is not something you see every day. So, especially holding a baby. So I decided to buy the bonsai plants and tell Diamond that this is our first plant. So remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Kind of interesting. Never disrespect the elderly and always pull someone up. They last a long time, And sometimes you're the only one to see a vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I don't know about you, but I'm living good today. But I hope you are too. And if you haven't got a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought, don't worry about it. Get as much you can, as fast as you can, to go home. And remember, I will always love you more. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like me, treat her like a lady. But ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. Remember, I'll always love you more. And look for that GoFundMe page. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. And don't forget, I posted something on Facebook saying that I will no longer forward it bad behavior or the depravity that goes on in this world. I would share jokes. I would share some political stuff like from Rowan Martin, because he keeps me informed of what's going on in politically. And but as far as police brutality and some of the atrocities that go on, I'm not trying to. I don't want to put that in your mind. I don't want to put that in your heart. I don't want you to say, "Oh my God, come look at this." After you say, "Ha ha ha, check this out." When I was in prison, which I got out in 1999 and had not had a pair of handcuffs on me since. That's something I always want to point out because I want to let people know that I've not had a pair of handcuffs on me since. But while I was in prison, I kept a calendar. And every day I laughed till I cried. I would put a red dot. I got to get that calendar out of storage. And when I got out of prison, when you look at all the red dots on that calendar, boy, you can tell, you would think, wow, he had the time of his life while he was in prison. Yes, I did. Yes, yeah, I had some good times, man. Not that I ever want to go back there. It's no fun having no options and no choices in everything you do. Being dictated by a turnkey. That's not fun at all. But the man can adapt to anything, and I adapt. Okay, so remember, I will always love you more, and look forward to what's happening for tonight. Today we're going to the fashion show, the beauty contest, and then tonight we're going to Icon Discotheque for the release party or Edlin's birthday party. Some of you may have seen the discotheque of that girl dancing. Man, wasn't she something else? I'll talk to you later. That's why the Philippines is the most happiest place in the world, because of the girls. I'll talk to you later. Ciao.